consent system.
Since we've had enough politician time, I'm going to stay brief. I gave some of my comments about Dale earlier. In all sincerity, I just want to thank Dale for all he does for the town of Hamden. Like I often say about police and fire, you make my job a lot easier. You make me have the opportunity to know that not only our economic development, but efforts on improving neighborhoods, improving the lives of people that are less fortunate than the people in this room, and are happening with dedication, intelligence, experience, and hard work. And I appreciate having you. I thought we'd bring it home too. Where's Mayor Mento? All the way in the back, Mayor Mento, who is one of your leaders now. What I failed to mention in the beginning was that Mayor Mento kept Dale Crew from a Republican administration. And that was unheard of at the time. But it shows what a special individual he is. And I just wanted to mention Mayor Mento for that, because who knows what the trajectory would have been like had that not happened. Dale, there's not a better choice for Citizen of the Year. Congratulations.
Woo!
Hey, get the order right here. Okay. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Where's Carl? Is Carl here? Carl told me I have 5 minutes. I got it to like 19. Okay. No, I'm only kidding. I got it to 7 minutes. Anyway, thank you very much for the honor tonight. I can't believe it, actually. Well, the first thing I'd like to do is introduce you to my family. My wife Vivian, we just celebrated our 25th wedding anniversary a couple of weeks ago. My children, Ben and Colette, both young adults. Many of you remember me carrying them around on my shoulders not that long ago, or actually quite a while ago. 22 and 19.
I'm 21.
Oh, all right. Some folks that many of you, if not almost none of you, have ever met. My sister Suzanne and Stacy are with us tonight, and my niece Jennifer, who I've known since birth, and who's a kindergarten teacher with 2 beautiful children, young children. So thank you so much for coming. And even Adam Sendroff is not really a member of my family, but we are distantly related through cousins. So I'll throw him in there too. I'd like to also congratulate you and Scott for their recognition tonight. We respect tremendously the contribution that the Guardians make, and it's fun to see the other sides of them in their bio and their presentation, and it's wonderful. And I hope to get to know you even more than I did tonight for the first time, actually. I'd like to also acknowledge the support that I've had through the years. The Economic Development Commission, many of the members are here tonight, including our chairman, Tony Sacchetti, who was here before I was. He's been the chairman for 20 years, and members of the Hamden Economic Development Corporation. And all the mentors that I've met and the business community, it's been a great ride so far. Well, we've done a lot of things together. In July, it'll be 19 years I've been here. I've worked for 5 mayors, both parties. All different variations, shapes and sizes, all kinds of folks. I've had 64 council members I've worked for, and I'm counting still. I've been actively involved with being in contact with our state and federal delegation. I have almost everybody's cell phone. I have their staff's cell phone. And that's important for doing the business of Hamden and getting money and getting advocacy, and the legislature is all very important. So, as time has gone on over these 18 years, the town has received, and I personally received, many awards for things that we've done. All the projects that have been talked about tonight, New Hall stuff, the programs, the new workforce development thing we're working with on at the Board of Ed. All these things you'll be hearing about for years to come. It's all good stuff. But tonight's really different because I'm not being honored for something that I did so much as the person I think who I am, and that kind of blows me away to think that somebody would think of me as a citizen of the year. I don't really think of myself so much as a citizen of the year, but while we're on the topic, and it's especially special to come through the Elks in this day and age where, and it's not a knock on the youth of today, but you know, you can do Kickstarter and Fund Me now, and it's very sort of remote to contribute to causes. But organizations like the Elks, the Rotary Club, and the older days, the Kiwanis and the Lions, these are organizations that have been around for a long time. We just figured out tonight that the Elks have been around since 1868. I didn't know that until I Googled it while we were sitting here tonight. I thought it was post-Depression kind of thing. So it's really special to be Citizen of the Year and recognized through the Elks, and these organizations are the ultimate charitable organizations. So just if you forgive me for a moment of narcissism and self-centeredness, just for a minute, since I never miss an opportunity to reflect and teach, it's sort of been my MO. Probably 99.9% of you know that I had a heart attack at 58 years old, and I turned 62 or 60 a couple of years ago. I'll be 62 pretty soon. I've been doing a lot of reflection because of those things, and certainly with this great award, I continue to do that. So if any of you are ever up at 3:30 in the morning, just call me, because I'm always up reflecting at 3:30 in the morning, seriously. And this award is no exception. I thought very seriously about what it means to be a Citizen of the Year. What is a good citizen? You know, those are the things I've been thinking about the last few nights at 3:30, sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning. And just a couple things that I thought of, and some of these things we learn in kindergarten, and then when we get to be adults and we want to, you know, do some self-improvement, we read a Dale Carnegie book and we learn these same things over and over. But the first thing to be a good citizen to me is to live a life of complete honesty and to be true to yourself and to be genuine with other people so you can build trust and be a good citizen and contribute. And that involves being a good listener. A lot of people use their mouth more than they use their ears. And it's in this day and age with social media and all the ways that you could be remote from people, it's important to be a good listener and make eye contact and see things from the other person's perspective. So that's a big part of being a good citizen. And this one, my kids will probably cover their ears when they hear this one because they've been hearing it for their entire life. Always do the best you can, no matter what you do. Okay, whether it's returning that phone call really quickly, the little task, the thing you weren't asked to do but you know you should do for somebody because you were listening and you knew that they needed help with it. The big things, of course, always do the best you can because life is short and you shouldn't cheat yourself and you should get the most out of it. Be an activist. That's a really big one. There's a lot of people on Facebook yapping back and forth about who they don't like, and I've done it too. I tried not to do it, but it's very hard to resist it in this day and age. But it's more important to pick something, whether you do it once in your life or 10 times in your life. And a good example of this is a few weeks ago, we had the most amazing event at Springland Church on behalf of IRIS, which is a refugee and immigrant organization out in New Haven. And Chief Wyden was there, Mayor Lang was there, and some of the delegation was there, council members were there. And I have to say, with all the things that I've been involved in 34 years, and I've been in Hammond 19 years, but I've been in the industry 34 years, it was one of the greatest nights of my life. To see the way that people responded to these refugees from other countries who were in, for example, one guy that was in special services, and he was one of a team of 9 that were working in special forces, and 8 of them were murdered. Okay, and he survived, and he had to go through a 3-year rigorous vetting process, and now he's the ambassador of IRIS. It's important to just pick one thing to do to be active. Stop whining on the internet and do something. And when you do something, you're a really good citizen. You can do it one time in your life and you'll never forget it and you'll always have that. And that event really, to me, I was so proud to be working for Hampton, a Hampton resident, and it was a really, really special night. As a matter of fact, Chris George, who's the executive director of IRIS, called me a couple days later and said, I can't stop thinking about the other night. And I agree with him. It was amazing, and I know many of you, anybody who was there will know it. So the last thing I would say is to be a good citizen and to do all those things, you're allowed to be a little self-centered. I think that people that are in public service are selfless and humble, and to many extents, I'm not necessarily humble, but we'll go with that. But I think what's really important to be a good citizen is for you to take care of yourself. You need to take care of your health. okay? And I learned that the hard way a few years ago, that it was really an eye-opener to have a heart attack and to go through that experience. You need to take care of yourself emotionally, of course, with your family, and be kind to each other. And you need to satisfy yourself intellectually, your curiosity. Because with those things that are part of your soul, you could really be a great citizen. Okay, try to learn something new every day. And that's the way I roll. To perhaps the annoyance of some family members who they see 2,000 books in the house and things like that. But it's just the way that I am, but I think it helps round people out to be a good citizen. But again, thank you so much for the award. I'm so proud to be here tonight with these gentlemen and all my friends and family here. Thank you very much.